for three main reasons. Number one, to replace us at the polls, even though they're not citizens in many jurisdictions due to election fraud. If you have a work permit, you can damn sure get a voting permit. You follow me? So one of the reasons Joe Biden brought them in here is to aid them at the polls. So they're here to replace us at the polls. They're here to replace us in the labor market. They're going to take all of the low industry jobs.
And they can
your
have
Walmart,
them.
Your McDonald's, your grass cutters, your floor sweepers. They're going to take all that, so it won't be none left for blacks.
They started taking them already.
Yeah. And the third reason, and I hate to say it because I don't want to see this, but this is America. I believe that at some point in the future, I don't know how soon, I don't know how distant, America is going to instigate a racial clash between brown people and black people. If you look at Chicago, the brothers and sisters
they're already doing that. And you guys are also doing that by worrying about pushing out content and the narrative of, look what the white people are doing for the Hispanics and the migrants that they're not doing for black people. And you're not looking past the nonsense. Umar is an idiot. As well are all these black males, all male politicians. They don't give a fuck about black women's rights. They don't care about women's rights. You need to care about women's rights if you're a woman and you care about yourself. Umar just said he's not going to vote for anybody. So therefore he's voting for Trump. Because none of the other parties have any weight in the presidential election. Okay? So, and none of them have a real chance of winning. Be clear on that, right? So he's thrown away his vote. His vote, Trump will win that vote because he threw it away for the Democrats. Now, he's not a woman. He doesn't have to worry about domestic violence, black femicide, human trafficking, prostitution, losing your right to have an abortion, being forced to stay in a marriage you don't want to stay in, being forced to live with a male you don't want to be nowhere around, being forced to have someone in your home who's traumatizing you and your children. They don't have to worry about that. They're not women. They don't have anybody forcing them to do things to their body, with their body, about their body, because they're not women. So that's why it's easy for him to say, oh, I'm not voting for either one of them, and black women people don't need to vote for them either because they haven't done nothing for black people. They've done a lot for black people. And if you were able to go on those governmental websites and read through that information, you will be able to read all the bills that were never passed that they tried to put in for us because you didn't go vote in the people we needed democratically to make all of those bills turn into laws. Secondly, because I know you're not reading Project 2025, I know you don't understand what they have planned for women and how to take our rights away, but you will feel it. And they will try to turn all of us into pick-me's because what they're going to do is they're going to try to take, especially first, all of the single, unmarried, childless women and force us into a union with some dusty fucking bum you don't want to be bothered with. Umar and the rest of these black males, they don't have a problem with that. They love that. Because if that does become law, and those of us who don't opt to go to jail first, which I will definitely go to jail, right? That benefits them. That don't benefit women. That hurts women. And it also crushes the self-esteem and the character and the essence of all the little girls that will watch all of the grown women suffer and know that their turn is coming next. So y'all got to get past all of this small-minded tit for tat, worrying about people trying to treat you right without fighting for your own rights. You're given an opportunity now to fighting for women's rights and maintaining rights that you have and to regain the ones you've lost, without allowing these white racist males to come into office and force you into lives that you don't want to live. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's why these black males are all for Trump. They're all for Trump. They're all for everything that takes away a woman's right to say, I don't want to be married to you, I don't want to have children for you, and I don't want you touching me. They're all for that because they get, again, to rule, control, and dominate women and little girls. And that is all these fucking bums live for. And you black women should understand that by now. And it doesn't matter if you like Joe Biden, hate him, hate Kamala. It's not the people. It's what they stand for and what power they have in their administration behind them to help you. If you read Project 2025, you'll see that Trump has said many times before he intends to help black people. He's concerned with us. He said that shit the first time around and didn't do shit. And this time he's saying it, and you don't even have to wait for him to show you he ain't going to do shit. Go read Project 25, project2025.org. It literally shows you, as you read it, that he intends to get rid of all black history out of all the schools, all the colleges. He wants to erase our existence in this country, and then he will begin to erase our physical bodies as we live and breathe. Why the fuck don't y'all understand that? Y'all need to have shit happen to you for you to understand it. But when it's happening to you, it's too fucking late. Vote Democratic. Vote for Kamala. Put your personal, emotional shit to the side. Do not listen to anything these white people on these news shows and polls are talking about, because they hate more than anybody for an Asian black woman to become president or even be put in the nomination for presidency, because she's not a white racist male. So therefore they think that she's going to come in and take everything from them and give it to us. And so they're going to go 5 times as hard to assassinate her character just because of that. They don't want to lose. And y'all are helping them win. And when you're out here in the street getting your head beaten, bashed in by police and etc., who will get immunity for killing you and everything else, y'all, okay, even though I don't care about protesting for black males being killed by cops, but you do know there was recently another black male killed just like George Floyd, right? And a black woman shot in her face by police. So unless you guys want that to be everyday normal practice, if you don't want that to happen, then you should not vote for Trump. If you want that to happen, then you should vote for Trump. But I really think y'all should grow up and really understand what's at stake here. It's not about liking me. It's about understanding that your rights as women are going to be lost if Trump gets into office. I need you to understand that. And it's not a joke, and it's not some shit I'm making up. You really need to understand that you will not have any rights. Black people will not be allowed to vote. He is going to get rid of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Without that, you're back to Jim Crow. You're back to legal segregation. You're back to incredible redlining to the 29th power, right? You're back to being seen but not heard. Living but not helped. If you want to live like that, vote for Trump. I am not living like that. I will be out here dead first. I'm not living like that. I'm not allowing any of these white people to take me back in time. I'm not having it. And I don't understand how so many of you black women are willing to vote for Trump and have your entire existence wiped away and all of your rights to go with it. How are you that whitewashed in the head where you don't fight for your own existence to be black and a right to live like everyone else? What is so seriously wrong with you? No one should have to be on here telling you to vote Democratic when they took away your right to abortion. They took away affirmative action. They limited your access to birth control. And people still got to convince you that you should not vote for Trump. What's wrong with y'all? Vote Democratic so you could have rights. And that your daughters and your granddaughters can have rights. I don't understand why it's that difficult.